Hey guys, today I'm filming my Finish 6 by Christmas finale. I know this is going up a few days late, but I was out of town for the holidays, so I am back and filming this for you today. I don't know if you guys can notice, but my lighting is a bit different. I've also changed my background. I'm now sitting in front of my makeup collection, and for Christmas I did get some umbrella lights, which I am so excited about, and this is my first time using them, so let me know how the lighting looks. I'm going to keep playing with them, and I really hope this will help me be able to film more and get back to my regular Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday schedule. So this is my Finish 6 by Christmas finale. If you guys have not seen my intro and my previous updates, I will have my playlist linked up here. And I had 2 more items to finish off within this last month, and I was able to finish both of them, which is very exciting. I love when I am successful and complete all of the items in my projects. First is the MAC Strobe Cream. This is a primer from MAC. This does have a really nice glowy finish, and this really does feel like a glowy moisturizer. It isn't sticky. It does not feel smooth silicone-y. It literally feels like a moisturizer, but this is actually a really nice product. I do like the glow that it gives, but because I'm more of a matte person, when I put my foundation and powder on top, this doesn't really shine through. But if you are someone that wants a glowy base but nothing too metallic shimmery, I think that this would be a really great option. I'm definitely not going to repurchase this because I don't see the use for me personally, but I definitely do think it is a good product. And the last thing I finished off was the Mary Kay setting spray. This is where I was at the last update, and I was able to finish this all off. And it is currently in a MAC Fix Plus bottle, but this is the original Mary Kay makeup finishing spray bottle. It has 2 fluid ounces, and I transferred it to this packaging because this sprays a lot more evenly and a lot more fine. And as you can see, I used up a lot within the last month. I definitely made more progress this last month than I have the previous months. And because I knew it was getting down to the wire, I started using this as a primer spray and a setting spray. And I really did enjoy using it that way. I was able to go through it more quickly. And then towards the end, it started to sputter out kind of strangely, and it was leaving big drops on my makeup. So then I just used it as a primer spray to finish up that last little bit. So I'm glad I was able to find a way to make this work for me, and also a way to use it up in time. And this is a nice setting spray. The Mary Kay setting spray is also made by Scandinavia, which is like the brand for setting sprays. This was nice, but it didn't do anything amazing for me. I didn't notice it actually prolonging the wear of my makeup. It didn't get rid of any powdery look, but because I do have oily skin, usually my oils will get rid of that powdery look, so it isn't essential for me. So while I think both of these products are nice, I would not repurchase either of these. And then I wanted to run through the 4 items I had previously used up to give you my final thoughts on those, whether I would repurchase them or not. I had previously finished the Boo Boo Cover Up Concealer in the shade Light. This is its original packaging. It does come in a squeeze tube, but I put all of the product into this little empty lip gloss wand, which I way prefer for concealer. It's just a lot less messy and easy to use. This did give really nice and medium full coverage. The light shade had a bit of a peachy undertone, and I loved it under the eye because it corrected and concealed. This also has a really nice satin finish, so it isn't too glowy or too matte. I definitely think I would repurchase this. I have a couple concealers that I need to work through first, but I definitely think I will repurchase this in the future for an under eye concealer. I think it's phenomenal. Unfortunately, this only comes in 3 shades, and I think that can work for the under eye, but for blemishes and trying to match your skin perfectly, it's going to be harder to find a shade match. This does not work on my skin, but is perfect under my eyes, so highly recommend this. Next, I finished up the Wet n Wild Fergie Mattifying Take on the Day powder. This is a dupe for the NARS Translucent Crystal Light Reflecting Setting Powder Pressed. I have used up a ton of these over the past couple years, and I currently have a back stock of about 3 of these, 1 in use and then 2 waiting to be used. You go through this really quickly. This does have a glowy finish to it, so it's great for the under eye, not for the face. I think you will look a little bit like Twilight if you put this all over your face, and you'll also run through this incredibly quickly. This does do a nice job of setting the under eye. Because of the formula, you only need a small amount, which is why I think this would be great for all skin types, because if you have dry skin, you want to set your concealer, but you don't want too much powder to make you look dry and cakey, and this will not make you look dry and cakey. But I do feel like I've fallen a little bit out of love with this. I have gone back to using my Bengal Cameo powder. I fell back in love with that, and I still really enjoy this. I like it, but once I use my backups, I don't think I'll repurchase this, but it is a nice under eye setting powder and I would recommend it. Next, I finished the Benefit Goof Proof Eyebrow Pencil in the shade number 2, which is the light taupe shade. This is an angled brow pencil. It almost looks like a diamond shape. This is absolutely fantastic. The formula is awesome because it is very creamy, but it isn't too dry. It isn't too slippery. This does draw onto brow hair and onto skin. This helps hold my brows a smidgen, but I love this color and this formula. I love the size of this. Even if you have small brows, I think this size is not too big. I think you'll just be able to fill in your brows very quickly. I fell in love with this, and I actually did get this for Christmas because I loved it so much. So obviously this is something that I will repurchase. And the last product is my Buxom Full On Lip Polish in Sandy. As you guys know, I had the tiniest little bit left and this had expired. I had a terrible reaction. I talked all about it in a previous update, but I actually did repurchase this. I also got this for Christmas. This is the perfect peachy nude for my skin tone. I love the minty scent and the tingle on my lips. I think it is amazing. I love these glosses. They are a little bit sticky, but nothing that is too bad. My favorite high-end gloss line. Highly recommend this. So that was my Finish 6 by Christmas finale. I would love to know your thoughts if you tried out any of these products, and I would also love to know how your project went if you did this as well. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.